Hey guys, Master50 here, coming now, quick review for you guys this time of Guardians of the Galaxy, which you saw a couple of days ago. Now, if you guys know and are not, brand new, if you guys are not brand new to my channel, is what I'm trying to say, you'll know I'm not the biggest Marvel fan anymore. I'm kind of getting sick of the amount of films they're releasing yearly, and it's becoming stagnant. It's just way too many of them. And they're always the fucking same. So I tend not to watch so many, superhero comic book family friendly style films anymore because they're all the fucking same. They're never bad, but they're never amazing either. They all just have a certain set storyline to cover, and they will cover that. So yeah. However, this one being that it's a comedy, of an action film, if the comedy is good enough, it won't matter that the storyline is generic. Was my thoughts when watching this one, and my expectations for this film was be better than the fucking Avengers, because I'm like the only person on the planet that finds the Avengers boring as shit. It's not a terrible film by any means. It's not a terrible film. It's overrated as shit, but it's not terrible. It's about It's a little above average, I'd say. It's way too long and it's pretty fucking boring, but it's still above average, even though I remember nothing about it. So, yeah. But, anywho, enough backstory. Let's actually get into it. So, storyline-wise. Now, storyline, it does have these tropes that every, family-friendly superhero film has to cover, There's someone threatening to destroy the Earth or planet or galaxy. There's some superheroes. They got to take care of it. None of the superheroes can die because that's how the storyline goes. And it's family friendly, so you can't risk pissing anyone off by having one of the superheroes die because that's too tragic. So yeah, it does have to cover those tropes. But at the same time, it's a lot more like Star Wars, I found. Like, there's a scene towards the end, I was thinking that's ripped straight out of Star Wars. And the storyline is very much along the lines of Star Wars mixed with Starship Troopers for the most part, I'd say. It's hard to describe, but that's probably the best way to describe it. Star Wars mixed with Starship Troopers with the superhero tropes thrown in. So, yeah. And storyline it works for the most part, but there's a couple slow parts, and it's too long, I'd say. It's about, I don't even know, 20 minutes, half hour too long. So, because of that, I'll probably give the storyline a 7 out of 10. The characters are probably its strongest and weakest aspect, as it's its strongest aspect because every character is developed extremely well. All 4 characters are extremely likable and funny and enjoyable. And everyone around them has a deep enough background so they're not just throwaway characters that you don't give a shit about. It's its weakest element as it's a bit too character driven. Like, there's so much focus on character in this film. At times they forget about the storyline, and yeah, so that's the way in which it's the weakest aspect. So it's kind of 50-50, but I'd probably give the characters a 8 out of 10 purely based on how well developed the characters are. The acting is for the most part astounding. Yeah, everyone done a fucking amazing job. Even the wrestler, what's his name? Barista. Fucking, I don't even know. It begins with a B. I'm sorry if I fucked up that name. He played Drax in the film. He was actually surprisingly good in my eyes. So yeah, acting here was astounding. I'll probably give the acting a 9.5 out of 10. There's only a couple weak links, and they didn't ruin the film at all. The humour in the film is, for the most part, pretty good. It's a bit hit and miss, but for the most part, it's pretty good. It's a bit inaccurate when, you've got a really funny scene happening, and then all of a sudden you've got an extremely serious scene happening, and, it's a bit uneven in that respect. But, yeah, I don't know, humour-wise, it's probably a 7 out of 10, 7, 6 out of 10. Action-wise, there's not too much action in the film, but when it does happen, it's enjoyable. It's decent. It's not amazing by any means. There's a bit too much quick cuts. Not as many as in some films, but there are quick cuts in the fight scenes in this, and it does take away from it. So I'd probably give the action scenes in this film, I'd probably give them a 6 out of 10. And one aspect which I would like to touch on that I don't usually touch on is the score of the film. The musical scored film is amazing. It's all through the guy's Walkman, and it's all like classic 80s songs and stuff, and it's amazing how well they fit this film and how modern they actually come across when they're by the way in which they're used in this film. So yeah, props to them on that. I ain't going to rate that aspect, but I just thought I'd mention it. And overall, guys, it's a fun film. It's better than The Avengers in my eyes, but that wasn't hard. And I'd actually recommend it if you're into Star Wars and Starship Troopers and want to see what happened if they were both combined together. But they took out some of the more, I guess, explicit jokes, which I kind of that kind of annoyed me. I think it would have been better if they went for a 15 or an 18 certificate, but because it's Marvel, they won't let them do that. So yeah, I guess you win some, you lose some, but it could have been so much better if they went for an 18 certificate or 15 certificate even. So yeah, guys, that was my view of. Oh, no, I haven't rated it yet, have I? I'll probably give it an 8 out of 10. And yeah, guys, that's my view for Guardians of the Galaxy. Hope you enjoyed it. My next view should be The In-Betweeners movie 2. Hopefully, if everything goes alright. So yeah, Smart50 signing out.